Hello, ASCP. If you've ever been on a Teams or a Zoom call with me, you've probably noticed the guitars in the background here at my home office, and that's because I have a hobby where I'm trying to learn and play the guitar. I'm pretty awful at it. But what you don't see when you're on a Zoom call with me is the other wall here in my home office, which is this wall. This wall is the wall with all my bibs and medals from all of the marathons, half marathons, and ultra marathons that I've run. Now, this I'm pretty good at. Uh, if you've known anything about running, you've probably heard of a little race called the Boston Marathon. It's held in the spring every year. Boston Marathon is the holy grail of marathons for every runner. And I'll tell you why. Races like Chicago Marathon and New York, you can basically pay a fee and you can run the race. You pay a fee, you register, you run. Boston, however, you have to qualify and be accepted. It's a two-step process. Now, let me give you some stats. Less than 1% of all Americans have ever run a marathon. It's a very small number. Of that less than 1%, only 10% of those folks are fast enough to qualify to run the Boston Marathon. This is one of the most exclusive elite races for only the fastest endurance runners. It's pretty cool. Of all those medals back there and bibs, not one of them is from Boston, because I, even though I'm a fast runner, have never been fast enough to qualify and be accepted at the Boston Marathon. Now I'm going to blow your mind. We actually work with somebody that just qualified and was accepted to run the Boston Marathon. That's Kira Allen in customer service. She's put in hundreds, if not thousands, of training hours and ran the Chicago Marathon last year with a qualifying time for Boston, and she was just accepted. Huge superhero kind of stuff. Very cool. I can't begin to tell you the level of accomplishment that this is, and how absolutely cool and unique of an accomplishment this is. And so I wanted to first of all tell you guys about it, because it's super cool, and we should absolutely share super cool stuff when people we work with are doing amazing superhero stuff, right? But secondly, I want to tell you a little bit about Boston. Once you get accepted into the race, you still have to pay a registration fee, which is usually a few $100s. And then you need a plane ticket, obviously, to get to Boston for the race, and you're going to need a hotel for the weekend. And those hotels are usually $400 to $500. They're very expensive during marathon weekend, kind of like they are here in Chicago. So that entire race, even if you do put in all the work, qualify and get accepted, is still going to cost $3,000 to $4,000 to run it. And I thought, wouldn't it be great if we did a little fundraiser at ASCP and we helped subsidize Kira's travel for Boston? First of all, we could make it possible for her to get there and do it, and make it affordable at the same time. So at the bottom of this email, there's going to be a link. And if you feel so moved, and I hope you do, click on that link at the bottom of the email and donate a little or as much as you'd like. And we can help Kira get to Boston in an affordable way. And in the spring, we can turn that race on and cheer her on as she's running her 26.2 miles. So again, thank you for taking the time, and you guys have a great weekend.